What's up, everybody? What's up? I am super excited because today I get to announce another guest speaker for the Funding Blueprint Live Conference in Atlanta, Georgia, March 28th and 29th. You guys, we are just a couple of weeks away from the biggest event that I've ever done, and hopefully one of the biggest events that you have attended to help you get access to the funding you need to take your business to the next level. Comment blueprint in the chat. If you've already secured your ticket, you've secured your seat, and you are ready to be in the room, comment blueprint in the chat so I know who I get to meet in person in Atlanta, March 28th and 29th, y'all. If you haven't secured your ticket yet, my team is going to send you out an email today to make sure that you RSVP. You guys, Friday night is going to be a networking night where you get to come meet me in person, network with me, all the guest speakers, and a ton of 6, 7, 8, and 9-figure entrepreneurs who have been where you are. So you get to come connect with them, rub shoulders with them, ask them questions in person. We also have a private elite dinner. So if you got your elite ticket, we get to have a private dinner. You get to have a private sit down dinner with me Friday night where you just get to connect with me on a very intimate basis, just about 10 other entrepreneurs in our private dinner. So I'm super excited about that. And then Saturday is the big day, you guys. The lineup is crazy. We've already announced Nehemiah Davis. You know, Nehemiah is going to bring the heat. How many people were in the boot camp last week? How many people attended the boot camp last week, you guys? So the energy that he brought in that boot camp, the energy that he brings when he comes and he speaks in our challenges is going to be the same energy times 10. Something about when Nehemiah speaks in person, it moves me every time, you guys. So I am so excited that I get to share my mentor with you guys and somebody to bless the stage. We also have the nonprofit guy who's going to come in, talk to us about starting our nonprofits, getting funding for our nonprofits, and taking our nonprofits and our mission to give back to the next level. You can't talk about grants and funding without mentioning that nonprofit piece. And then anytime we talk about funding, we gotta bring in the GOAT. So Smitty the GOAT is gonna come in where he's gonna assist us with doing live applications from the stage, you guys. So helping you get access to funding, the blueprint to funding while we are there. But as I'm going through this list, I'm like, something's missing. When we talk about funding, we talk about blueprint, we're talking about making sure that we build a legacy. We got to make sure that we are protected. So I was like, who can I call in to make sure that my community and the audience that's coming to the Blueprint Tour has the funding? They know how to get the funding, they know how to get the money, but they also know how to protect their assets. They know how to build generational wealth. They know what opportunities are out there available for them. So I called up this next speaker, you guys, and she didn't hesitate. She immediately said, absolutely, I will come in. I will educate your community about how to protect their assets, how to build wealth, and what opportunities are out there for them. So I'm just going to head and introduce this powerhouse, you guys. She is phenomenal. She's killing it on social media. She is educating people, educating my community. She's came into my community and offered free calls just so people understand how they can build wealth, how they can get access to insurance, how they can build this empire and generational wealth for their family and make sure that their family is protected. So when we talk about funding, we talk about the blueprint, we got to make sure the bag is safe and the bag is secure. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce Saida, you guys. Saida is a powerhouse, and I'm just so excited that she is going to come in and bless my community. Hi, Saida.
Hi, I'm so excited. What's going on, everybody?
How are you?
I'm doing great this morning. I can't complain. It has been a very, very exciting and busy morning. As people are seeing so much is happening on the news with the stock market and things going up and down. And so we have been protecting our clients' legacies and their futures all morning and working on that with people. So I'm just excited to be in a position to be able to help people not just build wealth, but sustain it and protect it and teach your community, those people that are showing up in person, how to do the same for their self as well too.
I love it. You always talk about the word protection. So when we talk about protection and we talk about funding, what's some key things or some key strategies that we should do to make sure that our assets are protected and that we're building well for our family?
hmm So we really have to, and I talk about this so much, is that we have to learn how to value. And what I realize is that we've never been taught how to properly value our stuff. And by our stuff, I mean starting with ourselves. You are your most valuable asset. So you have to ask yourself, how much am I worth? I'm building this $1 million business. I'm building this multi-million dollar business. Am I protected? The person who's going to make it all happen, the person who's going to be the generational curse breaker, the first millionaire, the one who's going to be, if it's to be, it's up to me and my family. Are you protected? That's the first thing you have to look at. And then the second thing is, how do you protect the assets that you have? So, your business, you're building this business, is it protected? You're building out your retirement, your funding, your assets. Are they protected from things like a downturn in the stock market? And so I realized that we've never been taught how to value what it is we have. And because we never been taught that, we don't know how to protect it. But here's what I want to make sure I teach you guys at the conference: the things that you value, you protect. And so we're going to show you how to protect yourself in case you get sick or disabled, how to protect your business to make sure that if something happens, your business can still continue to produce without you, how to be able to protect your assets. So, we're going to cover all of that at the Funding Live.
I love it. I love it. And I love the piece where you talk about educating. And I think that's a big gap that we have. Even with me, right? Having a background in finance, being an entrepreneur, I
Yeah.
thought I had it all figured out until I scheduled a call with your team and realized that I was missing so many missing pieces to just make sure that I was protected. But I'm building this legacy and I'm building this empire. But if something happened to me, I really didn't have the protection in place to make sure that my daughter was able to build and sustain the business and that the business was still able to run. So I appreciate
Mhm.
you for that education piece. And I think that's why
Yeah.
I do this. I think that there is just a huge gap in education when it comes to getting access to funding. So with the
Yeah.
Funding Blueprint Live conference, I didn't just want to give them the blueprint to get access to funding, because getting access to all of this money and this funding means nothing if you don't have the proper education to back it up. I think the people who come to the conference, I think you have a special gift for them as well, for the people who come in person.
Yep. And so the people that are coming in person, one, you're going to get the education that you need, which I think is so important because financial literacy is only required to be taught in 5 states across the US. That's it,
Mm.
just 5 states. And so we're going to make sure that you get the education, but I'm also giving you guys a free gift as well too. And so I'm going to give you access to my ebooks. One of them, 10 biggest mistakes people make when building generational wealth. And so everybody's talking about, I want to build generational wealth. I want to be able to provide for my family. But truth of the matter is, most people don't build generational wealth. They leave generational trauma, families
Mm.
fighting and torn apart, arguing, not things not set up. So we want to make sure that you actually have what you need to do, the layout, the checklist, 10 biggest mistakes people make when they're building generational wealth. Plus, we're going to give you the 10 strategies that you can use when building wealth using life insurance. So how do I use this vehicle that the wealthy have been using for hundreds of years to truly be able to build wealth, get tax advantages and benefits, and be able to multiply my wealth for generations to come? So you're going to get some amazing gifts from me personally to make sure that once you come to this event and once you leave this event, you're going to have, how do I build wealth? How do I learn to value myself? How do I protect my assets, what I have? So I'm giving all of that to you guys for coming to this conference.
That's insane. That is a value package in itself. So I just thank you for blessing my people, or blessing
Yes.
my community that are taking action, showing up in Atlanta, and who are ready to go to the next level. If they are watching this right now and they are, unsure if they have, just a couple of key components, and I know each person's scenario is different, but what would be a piece of advice that you would have for somebody who wants to audit their life and make sure that they have things in order, who's sitting there and watching this like, oh, well, do I have everything in place? What are a couple of
Yeah.
things that you are a piece of advice that you would give that person?
So you always want to make sure that you are following the 3 S's when it comes to evaluating your financial plan. So that first S is, do I have a strategy? Nothing in your life you have ever done successfully have you ever done without a plan. And you cannot come to your finances when it comes to your wealth, just wing it. People are trying to wing it. You cannot do it. You need to make sure you have a strategy, and that strategy is in 3 different phases. How do you build wealth? How do you sustain wealth? And then how do you transfer it? The second thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you have the proper structure. Not all plans are created equal. Not all products are created equal. Not all financial advisors and agents are created equal. So is it structured correctly for you? How is your money growing? How do you take it out? How is it taxed? And is it aligned to your goals? And then the final thing is you want to make sure that you have something that is sustainable. The best type of plan is the plan that works when you need it. There's no good in use of trying to start something and start and stop. We want to make sure that whatever it is you put in place is going to be sustainable for you so that you can truly build wealth, sustain it, and then transfer it to your family, and then it could actually be there. So that's what I would recommend to anybody who is in their wealth journey, in their protection, trying to see where you line up. Remember those 3 S's and follow them for yourself.
Ooh, that's good. That is powerful. Listen, you guys, drop Blueprint in the chat. I need to see the chat on fire with Blueprint. If you have not secured your ticket, make sure that you are in the room. Saida is going to be there dropping all of this value, tons of gifts that she's going to give. I just thank you for that. I think that's amazing. I'm going to grab a copy for myself
Yes,
as
yes.
well. So I appreciate you. So I am super excited. We have a podcast episode that's dropping soon with so much value and information as well. I'm excited about that also. But just being able, you being in the space of educating and teaching live on stage in Atlanta, I think that is powerful. And then you're going to attend the networking event as well. So just being able to connect and collaborate with you in person is always a gem within
Yeah.
itself. So I thank you so much for coming in, for providing
Yeah,
value, for
absolutely.
sharing light on our community. Is there any last piece of advice or any additional words of encouragement that you could give anybody that's watching this right now?
Yeah, I just want to take this time to give you your flowers, and be doing this is so important because when we talk about a business or we talk about growing our money, you're always one of the biggest questions people always have is, how do I have the money? I don't have enough money. What happens if I run out of money? And most entrepreneurs and business owners don't make it because of the funding. So be able to learn this information, to learn about grants, how to get free money to fund your business, to continue to do that, that's something unheard of. And so, the same way I'm teaching you strategies on wealth protection and legacy building, when you take those 2 things plus all the other amazing speakers and couple that together, you have a recipe for success, undeniable success. And so, I want to thank you for bringing this together and bringing this information to people, because it's not just about doing things one way. You have to know all the avenues to continue to grow and scale your business. So, kudos to you.
Thank you so much. And that's why I do it. I think that's why we share so much of that. We share a lot of the same values because it's that education piece. Let me educate my community. Let me teach them because I was in the space where I didn't know. And I think your story and your journey is very similar, right? So, and I don't think we touched on that. Do you mind sharing a little bit how you got into your space and how you started
Yeah.
teaching and educating?
Yeah, so I was actually shamed into finance. I'm not a person that studied math, went to school, went to college to learn finance. I went to school, I went to college extremely smart, but when it came to understanding how money worked, I did not have that. I thought as long as you were smart, as long as you made a decent amount of money, everything else would work out. And so when I sat down in that room and I got my benefits for the first time, 401k, life insurance, employee stock purchase plans, all these investments, health insurance. I had no idea how they worked. None whatsoever. And that was the first time in my life that I felt as though I was unprepared for the
Mm,
next level. And so many of my clients, when they come to me with that same sentiment because they've sat at a job, in a career, in a business and said, you know what, I'm not participating in this simply because I don't understand it. And I didn't want anybody else to have that shame. I don't want any more clients that are sitting down and say, you know what? They mentioned that, but I didn't know what it meant, so I didn't partake in it because you are leaving your wealth on the table for the lack of knowledge. So we want to be able to remove that shame, be able to provide the education and the environment. And I firmly believe there's nobody who does what we do, how we do it, and who we do it for in that manner that you can understand it. No big financial jargon, just clear information, no sales pitch, no stress, no high risk, just really understanding how your money works so that when you are in these spaces, you don't have to feel that shame that I felt. You know
Mm,
that you have a resource, a place you can come to get the information, be informed, and then pass that information down to other people. So that's why I love what I do, because I know what it feels like to be on the other side of the table. And I want to show
mm.
you exactly what I did to get on this side where I am now.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think that's a super important. I should have started with that, but I think
Yeah.
that's super important that people understand that I've been in your space. And that's why I
Mhm.
teach this and I educate it, because I've been in your seat. I've been where you are, starting the journey or starting the business and needing the education. And that's why we teach this. So I thank you for
Mhm.
coming in, for spending time with us. I know you've been traveling this week, so I appreciate you just for taking time to spend with us, and I'm excited to see you in Atlanta in a few weeks.
Super excited. Can't wait to see all of you there. I see you soon, coach.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right, you guys, I am so excited. Again, check your emails in just a minute. My team is going to send you out an email for you to RSVP and secure your ticket. Remember, if you are already in the business and grant community, you have a ticket already waiting on you. Just come get in the room, y'all. You're going to be able to meet with people like Saida, Nehemiah Davis, the Blake Nathan, the nonprofit guy. You're going to be able to see me and meet me in person, where we can connect. We also have the elite dinner. I think we have like 7 more spots available for the elite dinner. So if you want to come have dinner with me, connect with me in person, that's an opportunity for you. For you to, you guys know I don't do one-on-one, so that's more of a one-on-one and intimate setting where we can connect. I learn more about your business, get to talk to you in person, and help you create strategies on how you can get access to more funding. This is an open table where we can connect and I can assist you hands on right there. So make sure you secure your ticket. Make sure you secure an elite ticket if you can. And I'm just excited to see and meet each of you in person in Atlanta. Y'all, we got like 2 weeks left, a little bit over 2 weeks left for this conference. So I am just so excited. Let me know in the chat, who am I going to see in Atlanta? Who am I going to see in Atlanta? I got one more special surprise that I want to talk about before I let you go. One more special thing. So in Atlanta, you guys, we promised you guys that we were going to do another legacy grant giveaway. So remember that if you are in the room, there will be an opportunity for you to pitch your business for a chance to win $5,000, y'all. So a chance for you to win $5,000 for your business. So there will be an opportunity for you to pitch your business live on stage, be able to talk about your business, talk about your brand, and be able to actually advertise your business and your brand in front of others as well, and a chance for you to win a grant opportunity. So this is an outstanding opportunity for marketing, for advertising, and for you to get access to grant funding, $5,000 in funding for your business as well. So the details on how you'll be able to pitch your business, and those who will qualify to pitch their business, will come soon. But I just wanted to put that out there, that we do have another surprise where we're looking to bless an entrepreneur with a grant, another legacy grant, and we're going to do this one in person. So I'm super, super, super excited about that. If you know that that grant is going to be yours, if you're going to be in the room, go ahead and claim it. Drop mine in the chat. Brenda says she is going to be in the room. Brenda says she's going to be in the room, and that grant is going to be hers. I am so excited, you guys. Listen, there's so many entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate, who are ready to grow, who are ready to get access to funding to scale. And this is the room that you need to be in. I am giving you the blueprint, the tools, and the resources you need to be successful. And I am just so excited to connect. So if you haven't secured your ticket yet, make sure you go take action now. You know that we are not wasting any more opportunities when it comes to growing our business. We are executing, taking action, and securing the funding capital we need to build out our $1 million empires. I'll see you guys in Atlanta, Georgia, March 28th and 29th. Talk to you soon.